My child, hush the world for just a moment. Still the racing of your thoughts, quiet the chorus of demands, and let the noise of your anxieties fade into the background. I am here, and I ask for this space with you, not as a king demanding an audience, but as a father longing to sit with his beloved child. What I wish to pour into your spirit today is not a list of rules, but a river of life. Not a lecture, but a love letter written upon your heart. If you can feel the faintest stirring of love for me in this moment, let that be your yes. Let that be the opening of the door, and I will come in and fill every room with my presence. My child, I see you. I do not see the version of you that you present to the world, polished and composed. I do not only see the person your family or friends think you are. I see the secret you. I see the chambers of your heart where you hide your deepest sorrows and your most fragile hopes. I am there in the quiet of the night when you wrestle with questions that have no easy answers. I am witness to the tears that fall when no one is looking, the ones that trace paths of fear, loneliness, and exhaustion down your face. I know the weight of the burdens you have convinced yourself you must carry alone. I feel the ache of unspoken grief, the sting of betrayal, and the hollow emptiness of disappointment that you believe no one could possibly understand. You have wondered where I am in those moments. You have searched the silence for my voice and found only the echo of your own pain. You have mistaken my stillness for absence, my quiet for indifference. Oh, my beloved, that is the greatest lie the darkness has ever told you. I have never left your side, not for a fraction of a second. In the deepest valley of shadow, it is my light that keeps the darkness from consuming you completely. In the fiercest storm, it is my hand on the rudder of your life, steering you through waves that would otherwise capsize you. My presence is not a feeling that comes and goes with your emotional tides. It is an eternal, unshakable reality. I am the very air you breathe, the ground beneath your feet, the lifeblood that flows through your veins. You are never, ever alone. You ask me why I allow the storms. You cry out, Lord, if you love me, why this pain? Why this loss? Why this closed door? My child, your perspective is from within the storm where the wind howls and the rain blinds. My perspective is from above the storm where I see the entire path, the beginning from the end. I do not author your pain, for I am the author of life. I do not rejoice in your suffering, for I am the God of all comfort. But I am also the ultimate redeemer. I am a master weaver. You see only the underside of the tapestry of your lifa, a chaotic mess of tangled knots and dark, confusing threads. You cannot see the design, but I see the top side. I see the glorious pattern I am weaving. I take the black threads of grief, the gray threads of uncertainty, and the jagged red threads of pain, and I weave them together with the golden threads of my grace, the silver threads of my redemption, and the white threads of my purity. What you perceive as a random, meaningless affliction, I am purposefully weaving into a masterpiece of strength, resilience, and breathtaking beauty. The very trial that you believe is breaking you is, in my hands, the tool that is making you. Think of a goldsmith. To purify gold, he must place it in the hottest part of the fire. The fire burns away the dross, the impurities, the things that are not gold. He does not walk away and leave it to be consumed. No, the goldsmith sits beside the fire, his eyes fixed on the crucible. He watches intently, and he knows the gold is finally pure when he can see his own reflection in it. My child, you are my precious gold. When I allow the fires of trial to touch your life, I am not abandoning you. I am sitting right there with you, my gaze fixed upon you, waiting to see my own reflection, me character, my love, my patience, my faithfulness, shina in you. The fire is not meant to destroy you, it is meant to purify you. And think of a gardener. To ensure a vine produces the most beautiful, abundant fruit, the gardener must prune it. He cuts away the branches that are draining life but producing nothing. He trims back the growth that is wild and unfocused. To the vine, this pruning feels like an attack, a wounding, a loss. But the wise gardener knows that this cutting away is the only path to a greater harvest. My child, I am the divine gardener. When I prune your lifa, when I remove a relationship, a job, or a comfort that is hindering your ultimate fruitfulness, it is not an act of cruelty. It is an act of profound, forward-looking love. I see the harvest you are capable of, and I am lovingly preparing you to bear it. Therefore, my child, I call you to a trust that goes deeper than your circumstances. It is easy to trust me when the sun is shining, the path is smooth, and your prayers are answered, yes, before you even finish speaking. But the faith that moves mountains and shakes the foundations of heaven is the faith that trusts me in the dark. It is the faith that says, I cannot see the path, but I trust the one who is my guide. I do not understand this pain, but I trust the heart of the one who endured the cross for me. My feelings are screaming, "Dubindinid," but I will stand on the truth that he will never leave me nor forsake me. Look back, my child. Look at the mountains you have already climbed, the rivers you have already crossed, the battles you have already survived. You thought you would not make it, did you not? You thought the grief would swallow you whole, the failure would define you forever, the fear would paralyze you for good. Yet here you are, standing, breathing, living. Was that your own strength? Was it a coincidence? No, it was my grace that was your secret strength, my mercy that was your unseen shield, my spirit that was the wind at your back, pushing you forward when you had no will to move. If I was faithful to you then, will I not be faithful to you now? The God who parted your Red Sea in the past is the same God who stands before your Jordan River today. My promises do not expire. My character does not shift. My love does not fade. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. This is why I invite you into a deeper relationship. So many of my children come to me as a cosmic vending machine. They insert a prayer and expect a blessing to be dispensed. They seek my hand but not my face. They want my gifts but not my presence. And I, in my love, often give them these gifts. I delight in blessing you, in healing you, in providing for you. But oh, my child, these things are mere crumbs compared to the feast of knowing me. The greatest miracle is not the healing of the body, but the intimacy of the soul with its creator. The greatest provision is not the money in the bank, but the peace that floods your heart when you are resting in my arms. Do not measure my love by what you have or do not have in this material world. How can you measure an infinite love with finite things? My love was measured once and for all at Calvary. It was measured in the nails that pierced my hands and feet. It was measured in the blood that was shed for your redemption. It was measured in the agony of a son separated from his father, so that you would never have to be. Any definition of my love that ignores the cross is a lie. When you are tempted to doubt my love, run back to the foot of that cross and remember the price I was willing to pay for you. How can you doubt the intentions of a God who stretched out his arms and died for you? This is why I call you to a life of conversation with me. Prayer is not a formal presentation of requests you make 3 times a day. Prayer is the breathing of your soul. It is the constant, open line of communication between your heart and mine. Talk to me about everything. The moment you wake up, whisper, "Good morning, Lord." Guide my day. As you work, say, "Father, give me wisdom and strength for this task." When you see something beautiful, exclaim, "Thank you, Lord, for this glimpse of your glory." When you are frustrated, cry out, "Jesus, help me, I am losing my patience." When you feel joy, laugh with me. Invite me into your happiness as readily as you call upon me in your sorrow. Make your life a running dialogue with me, and you will find that my presence becomes more real to you than the world around you. In this relationship, I must speak to you about forgiveness. I see the wounds that others have inflicted upon you, the betrayal, the harsh words, the neglect. They are real, and I do not minimize their pain, but I see what unforgiveness is doing to your own heart. My child, holding on to bitterness is like drinking poison and hoping the other person will die. It is a heavy chain that you wrap around your own soul, tethering you to the past and preventing you from walking freely into the future I have for you. When you forgive, you are not saying that what they did was okay. You are not letting them off the hook. You are letting yourself off the hook. You are handing the scales of justice back to me, the only righteous judge, and you are saying, Father, I cannot carry this anymore. I release this person into your hands, and I release myself from the prison of my own resentment. Forgiveness is the act of unlocking your own cage. Forgive as I have lavishly, extravagantly forgiven you. Let the river of my grace that has washed you clean flow through you to others. And as you walk in forgiveness, I call you to walk in humility. The world tells you to build your own kingdom, to promote yourself, to climb the ladder of success at any cost. Pride is a house built on the sand of self-effort, and it will always collapse. Humility is the unshakable bedrock upon which I can build a skyscraper of divine purpose in your life. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking of yourself less. It is the quiet confidence that your worth is not found in your accomplishments, your titles, or the applause of others. Your worth is found in the simple, staggering truth that you are a child of the Most High God, dearly loved, fully known, and eternally secure. Out of that humble confidence, serve others, love others, be my hands and feet in a world that is broken and hurting. Love is not a feeling, it is a choice. It is an action. Love the person who is difficult to love. Befriend the person who is lonely. Encourage the person who is struggling. Your love is one of the most powerful testimonies you have. When the world sees you loving sacrificially, patiently, and unconditionally, they see a glimpse of me. Love is the banner that flies over my kingdom. Let it be the flag that you fly over your life. My child, I know the battles that rage within your mind, the whispers of anxiety, the relentless attacks of fear, the suffocating fog of depression. The enemy of your soul is a liar, and his favorite playground is your thought life. He will tell you that you are not good enough, that you have failed too many times, that you are unforgivable, that I am disappointed in you, that your future is hopeless. These are flaming arrows designed to poison your spirit and paralyze your faith. But you are not defenseless. I have given you armor. Wrap my absolute truth around your mind like a helmet, protecting you from the penetration of lies. Guard your heart with the breastplate of my righteousness, knowing that you are made right with me not by your performance but by my sacrifice. Hold up the shield of faith, a steadfast trust in who I am and what I have permitted, to extinguish every single fiery dart of doubt and fear. Take up the sword of the Spirit, which is my word. Speak my promises out loud. When fear says, "What if?" you declare, God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When condemnation says, "You are a failure," you declare, there is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. The darkness cannot stand in the presence of spoken, believed truth. Do not be intimidated by the calling I have placed on your life. I have encoded a divine purpose into your very being, a sacred destiny that was planned before the foundation of the world. There are gifts inside you that you have not yet discovered, passions I have placed within you that are meant to change the world around you. You are not an accident. You are a divine, a project. Do not look at your own inadequacies and say, I can't. Look at my adequacy and say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Your life is a canvas and I am the artist. There are strokes of brilliant joy and swaths of deep, sorrowful blue. There are moments of dazzling light and areas shrouded in shadow. To you, up close, it may look like a mess. But I am stepping back, seeing the whole picture, and I promise you, I am creating a masterpiece. Every event, every joy, every tear, every victory, every failure that you surrender to me becomes another brushstroke in a portrait that will ultimately reveal my glory, my goodness, and my unfathomable love. So, my beloved child, what is my desire for you today? It is this: abide in me. Do not just visit me on Sundays. Do not just call on me in emergencies. Live, move, and have your being in me. Let my word be the food for your soul. Let my presence be the atmosphere you breathe. Let my love be the foundation upon which you build your entire life. Take your eyes off the waves of circumstance and fix them on me, the author and perfecter of your faith. The world will offer you fleeting pleasures, temporary securities, and empty promises. They are mirages in the desert. I offer you living water that will satisfy your soul forever. I offer you a peace that transcends your ability to understand it. I offer you a joy that is independent of your circumstances. I offer you a love that will never betray you, never abandon you, and never end. The journey ahead may have its challenges, but you will not walk it alone. I go before you to prepare the way. I walk beside you to be your companion. I come behind you to be your rear guard, protecting you from the attacks you do not see. The same power that conquered death and rolled away the stone from the tomb is alive and active within you. There is no giant you cannot face, no mountain you cannot move, no enemy you cannot overcome, because I am with you. Rest in this truth. Let it seep into the deepest parts of your being. You are my child. You are my treasure. You are my beloved. My plans for you are good. My love for you is endless, and my presence is your eternal home. Be still and know that I am God, and I have got you now and forever.